online, write it in the comments section. Something good
YouTube,
is going to happen.
how are we doing? I hope we're well. Mine is quite small. I just want to share with you the basic of trading, which is just market structure. Market structure, I think we're just going to be focusing on market structure on its own and only one side of the market structure, maybe the bullish side of it. We'll look into the rules and the properties of the market structure. Now, let's get into it. Now, this is what we see. We are faced with this price. We are faced with this price here. Okay, sorry about that. Now, when we are faced with this price here, what do we see? We see number one, just a second, I'm looking for text. I know it's somewhere here. Okay, it used to be here, I don't see it anymore. Okay, I used to have text here. Let's go get it. Alright. Okay. Now, we have this, guys. We have this. What do we have here? Higher low. We have higher lows. We have higher highs. Simply because this is a bullish structure. We have this too. So, in most cases, I like using this thing here because it makes things easy for me to identify. This is our high. That's our high. This is our low. This is our high. Our higher high. This is our higher low. This is our higher high. This is our higher low. So I'm avoiding putting HH and HL by using this dot here. One of the most beautiful things ever. Keeps the chart quite clean. So yeah, I like using it. And then boom. So now when we see this, what comes after? You realize that I'm from low, went high, I came low. So between these two, okay, sorry about that. You are faced with this. You are trading in between this and this low. This is between these two. This is where you're trading now. The moment the price, so this becomes your what? Your strong low. And this becomes your weak high. Your weak high. An X and a star. It becomes your weak high, your strong low. The moment the price moves past this, it breaks this, then it's no longer a weak high. It becomes a break of structure. Now it's no longer a weak high, it becomes what? A breaker of structure. Sorry about that. It becomes a breaker of structure. I name it B. So it continues like that in all these places. It moves like that. The moment it passes this high, it's a breaker of structure. But here's the rule. It never ever becomes a breaker of structure. It never, this area never becomes a higher low until this becomes a breaker of structure. So it cannot become a low until this becomes a breaker of structure. So what happens? So the concept that I don't want to share now, but just for example purposes, here you'll be having an order block. So this will be a nice order flow. It's a concept that I'll share at the later stage, this one, as to how do you spot your order flows and your liquidity concepts and the rest. I'll share them at a later stage. But now this is the bullish structure. Weak low, strong lows, weak highs, breaker of structure, weak high, strong low again, simply because when the price was moving to the downside, it failed to break this low. So this becomes quite strong low, and this becomes a weak high because our anticipation is that the price will move to the upside and break this high. And it continues coming back. This remains our strong low. It comes, it doesn't break this area, it turns, even if it can turn, about the equal lows, it remains a bit of equal low, a strong low, because it never broke below this. It remained here and it went to the upside and broke this high. So up until then, it will remain our strong low. It remains our strong low up until it does its job, which is to break the low. So just because now it turned here and broke this remains weak, it remains strong, this remains very strong, this remains weak. Now this is the only time if things will change. If this will remain strong, not this one here, for it to remain strong, we need to see a change of character, which is something that is happening already now. So I'm not gonna take long on this video. So we see this price, it moves. When it moves, it then breaks this low, our strong low, our previously strong low. This tells us that now we have what? A change of character. The moment you see this, you must know that the price now is changing. The price has changed, and it means we go into the downside. Just like that. So it was moving nicely to the upside, and it gave us order flows on the bullish trend. The moment it reached this area, it broke our strong low. Then for us, that was a confirmation enough to say we really go into the downside. However, we're not gonna take trades here. We wait for what? For a pullback to the order block. The moment it taps us in, we know we're in. We take our TP here. But sometimes you wait for two confirmations. I don't like waiting for two confirmations. I only wait for one. That's basically how I'm doing it. I only wait for it. So the moment it taps you in here, this will be my, remember it broke structure here, that was a change of character. Then this became my what? It became my low. My what? My weak low. This became my weak low. So every weak low or high, it will change into what? Breaker of structure. So it broke structure, but my TP will be here. Then I'll be waiting for what? Again, another block again. I'll be waiting for an order block. The moment it taps me in, I'm inside, I'm within. My next TP is where? In my previous week low, which is where? Which is here, my previous week low, of which it will become what? A breaker of structure, like that. So this is how I'm gonna be taking my profits. Tight stop loss, I move, then it takes us out. Same applies to here. Just take this low here. You know, just a second. Yeah. The order block here. This will be your TP here. Remember, you pass this one. This is your target here. This is your target. Again, order block. So I didn't want to share a lot, so for time's purpose, so I'm just showing you this so that maybe you can have an idea as to how do we take the trades we take and how do we remain consistent. Same again, we're not on the charts 24 hours, but the moment we come on the charts, that's the first thing we read, the structure. Remember, all these liquidity concepts comes after a structure. The moment you can master the structure, you've mastered everything in all your trading. Even if you're trading normal way of trading, your how do you call it, even if you're trading your retail, whatever the case might be, you must just know that these are the basics. You catch the structure, you caught the strategy. So this is the target, like that. You can keep on doing this up until, so this is a bullish and this is a bearish. This is a bearish. You keep on doing this every day. You know that I'm on a bearish movement. This is how I see it. Boss Jongo. Bullish. This is how I'm doing it. Boss Jongo. You're done with trading, guys. You keep on doing the same thing over and over again. Over and over again. You'll realize that it becomes simple. So I just want to take it into the real market, the real price. So for example, this price have been moving to the downside. We're seeing it's been moving like this. So the moment we saw this part here, remember this price, when it was moving, it kept on giving us this, you see. So the moment we saw that the price here, instead of tapping here and going again to the downside, it tapped, went up, it broke structure here. Okay, let's do this quickly. So the price came down, it kept on giving us these movements here. So let's do this. If I take out this, you will see, to somebody this is a triple bottom, but with me I'm seeing a move. and a breakout of structure. I'm gonna show you now quickly. So this is why I saw a change of character. This is our change of character. This is where the character has changed, and we had this other block here, and this is the first mitigation. The moment we saw this change of character, it came and mitigated and moved up and came back again to mitigate here, moved up. So we just look into the nitty-gritties of this. So this, we can't say it's a break of structure. We can't say this is a break of structure simply because the candle never closed above this. It never closed above this. It wicked this area and came back. So this is actually null and void. And this is why we would pull this thing here properly. Now this is a proper break of structure here. So the wicks, for it to become a breaker of structure, the candle must close up below or above. Here, in this case of a bullish market, a candle we must have a full, like a candle that closes above the break, like this candle that closed above. It's not like here, these are just wicks. These are just simple wicks. So these ones are not, they don't have that thing. They don't have that thing. So we saw this break of structure, and again we kept on seeing break of structures. So a lot will make sense on a lower time frame in terms of having proper entries, because at some point when you're focusing only on higher time frames, there are moments where you will miss price because it's not clear on higher time frame. Also, it's not clear on a smaller time frame. So the multi time frame analysis is quite critical for each and every trader. So yeah, this is what we see. But now, this is where the magic happened. The moment we saw this, we knew it's a change of character. Remember, the change of character happened here, then the market started being bullish, gave us this move, and here it was supposed to tap and move to the upside. But it tapped, moved, and it came back, changed. So this is a change of character here. When we see a change of character, always know we're looking for order block. So we saw an order block. You and I, this is what we'll be doing. You remember why this target, it becomes our previous low, which will be our weak low, and it became our what? A breaker of structure, like that. After break of structure, it came back, it gave us this order block here. So it's another order flow. So I can't keep on communicating order flow on the market structure session. So this is our weak low, which becomes our what? Our target. We put our stop loss above, and our target is simply here. And this is what we see, TP, like that. So now this becomes our what? Our break of structure as soon as it breaks below. So here it turned and broke below again. Now here, the tricky part here, I want to show you. So it broke structure here. Okay, let me do this so that you can see it properly. So I want you to see. So it turned here and went up but broke here. Now I want you to see something. The moment you see something without reaction, a break without reaction, you say break of structure without reaction, you must just know that the price won't come to the order block. It will never go to the order block, simply because this is a breaker block. It must come to the breaker block. Breaker block, the BB. This is our breaker block. It comes here, it taps us in. My target would be here. Sorry, my target would be here. I'll take profits here. It continues giving us breaker blocks. So this is what my target would look like. So this one became quite risky. Look at the stop loss. It's quite huge. But in most cases, with a breaker block, I don't take the entire week. I only focus on the candle. I don't do weeks. I focus on the candle only because it's a breaker block. So the stop loss here would make sense here. It taps us in. It taps us in here. This is where the candle is. Taps us in, then we move down with it. Given even this one here, instead of breaking the normal way, we had a breaker block, no reactions whatsoever. So we have the breaker block. This is not the one. Sorry about that. The last candle, the previous candle, which is this one. The entire candle here. This is our breaker block here. There's our breaker block here. You know, this is our target. Stop loss just here. Now this is where our target is. Here, just here. Not gonna go far. We target it here. So as simple as this. This is the real price. If you go and go deep, you then realize that we have a wick here, the unmitigated wick. Remember, this is where actually our order blocks are supposed to take place. Here, the last selling candle, but we can't take this last selling candle. We take its wick because it has a big wick on a higher time frame. This is the wick we take. So for me, this is the unmitigated zone. This one has been mitigated, including this one. Let's show you which one else. This one has been mitigated, and also this one here. It was mitigated by this one. So this one mitigated this one, but it was never mitigated by any. Therefore, it's only now this it got mitigated. So this is where I will be saying, if you were to take a sell here and never close it, you would have targeted this area. So yeah, I hope you guys understand. We will meet on the other episode.